Hi, this is Ashling. I am going to be sharing with you some of what I experienced through sleep state, some of my soul work through sleep state, different aspects of me at soul level goes to work in different ways, one being the easiest way to explain is a spirit guide, and then this soul aspect of me being this human me, this Ashling, remembers what is meant to be remembered, to be shared. Now, I've been sharing that in very little ways, I guess, for a few different reasons. With those I'm working directly with in one-to-ones, group work, through writing, mostly these days on my blog and my website, which I will continue to do, and a little bit on one social media app, which is in the About section on this channel. There's no video, there's no physical aspect, physical, live aspect of this me in these recordings in particular, because it's not about the physical. Now, I'd been prompted and guided for a long while to come on and to share these deeper, more subtle also messages, insights and experiences. And there was one part of me that was resistant for a long time. And as I became more and more open with it, connecting more with it, more into alignment with it, there was something that I still wasn't 100% sure on, because I was initially thinking that, I'll sit for a video recording. And I didn't know if it was resistance or what it was. But what it was this. It's not about the physical. And then that aha moment brought me to this here and now. So I will be popping on randomly with these insights, and also continuing to share by way of writing on my website blog, and through that even more random sharing on social media page. I'm just going to begin again right where we are right now in this moment. So last night I met with a female who was going to a person for some healing. Not a person that I know in this human life, but she was going for some healing in relation to conception, fertility. She'd been trying to conceive. It wasn't happening for her. She was upset. She was unsure whether she would ever be able to conceive a baby. And this person she went to help with her healing was telling her something that wasn't exactly the divine truth. Now, this particular person had no ill meaning. There are people who are manipulative out there, absolutely. I say this all the time, but this particular person was not. It was just they didn't know that it wasn't the exact truth that they were sharing. And this can be the case also until we come into a new truth, right? For everyone, for every single being alive. As I was speaking with her, a beautiful soul light opened up. And as this soul light opened up, a message came through it to move through me to her. It was the soul light of this star being who was to come in through this beautiful woman. And I told her this, it was a star child. And star child can only come into parents, at least one of which, maybe both, but definitely one of which have to be open to a certain degree to be able to conceive and help to bring these children into this world and to love them and support them in the way that the love and support is necessary, and it's in a different way, this support, than previous beings, human beings coming in to exist on earth, because they're coming in to change things even more. They're coming in to exist in a new way. They're coming in to exist on this new earth. And with this was the most immense, pure divine love frequency coming through. I was feeling, and it was moving through me, this beautiful divine love to a very high degree. I was tearing up in divine tears in sleep state. And at the same time, this beautiful woman began to feel it too, and also tear up, and she was like, oh my goodness, will it ever happen? And I went, yes, absolutely it will. The thing is, and the message also is with this, is that someone who's helping you can bring you to a certain place of help, to a certain state, and that's their role in helping you. Remembering here, and very importantly, and I will always say this, you allow and do your own healing. Anyone like me, anyone out there who's helping, are simply helpers, okay? There's not a person who is healing you. You are healing you. You are allowing, you are doing the inner work and the healing. We are helping, we are messengers, we are channels, we are links, we are bridges, we are frequencies. We are frequencies. We are all frequency. But there are specific frequencies that are here to help. That's an important message for everybody. So what I was sharing with her was that this person can bring her to a certain place, certain state of consciousness, new frequency, new energy. And then that's it. They can't take her any more. Help to take her any further. So I was saying, if she was open to it, that I could help her. This was there. I don't know if I will ever meet this woman in this human life. There's a lot of people I help through my soul work and sleep state, some of which I know and see and experience in this human life, and a lot of which that I don't. And then there's also those I work directly with in our human capacity here in waking state, who I also help there. So I was helping this woman there. And I explained to her that it was something within her, deep within her, that she needed to kind of shift, change the dial a little bit. Sometimes it's that little shift in frequency. It's just, imagine a dial and you're just turning the dial very slightly. And she will be able to conceive this star being that it's also helping her. Remember, this being was coming. I was seeing it and hearing and tuning into the message and the frequency that was coming through me to her, and in which she was also feeling. So there's always more than one or two helping. None of us are alone. We all have more than one helper, healer, spirit guide, guardian angel, soul family, whether it be in visible or invisible. Now also with that, and again, these lucid experiences, and remembering of the soul work that I help with, allow and do, it's always for more than that. For example, that woman, more than one person. Like I say, we've always more than one. There's always more than one being. It's always more than one helper. There's always more than one reason for everything and everyone. This is about conception, which is also a universal, multidimensional, spiritual conception. fertility, divine feminine aspect, new, higher, upgraded frequency, star, light, being open to receive, allowing, letting go of all that needs to be let go of, opening up to the new, opening up to receiving, softening. It's about divine love, unconditional love, mother love. And of course this is all following on from an experience I had in waking state, and in line with other messages, and aligning with, it's actually a short post I've written on the blog if you feel drawn to look at it. Old feminine frequencies shifting up and out, and within that old masculine frequencies, and it's very, very deep. And a message that came following that again was that it's in the bones, in the joints, which are connected to the root, which are ancestral, which are very, very deep. And this type of ancestral is going beyond the human. It's galactic. And how deep that is depends on what stage you are at in your personal growth. Keep it simple in your soul journey. You can allow the frequency, opening up to it. If you're open to the opportunity, you can take the opportunity, allowing the frequency. The frequency comes through these words, comes through the message. Sometimes you might need to listen a few times because it's up and down, back and forth, in and out, deeper, 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 beyond and through. Off I went with that woman for us to help her a little bit more. And the next thing was this symbol came through, and it's a visual. You can imagine what may look like a combination between, it was an egg shape, and it looked a bit like a combination between an egg and avocado, a very ripened, darker skinned avocado, but it's definitely more egg. And as it sliced in half, as it sliced into two, as it separated into two halves, inside was this beautiful, thick, soft and strong, luscious pink interior. This is about, again, the universal, multiversal, spiritual symbol of that soft, divine, unconditional love. Conception, fertility, creativity, emotional, spiritual, heart, frequency, healing, cleansing, shifting in consciousness, elevating in heart frequency, evolution of your soul consciousness. You can listen in for company as we move through this evolution, these continuous consciousness journeys. Allow the vibration to flow through. Namaste.